Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Set, ready? 70, Indy. Hey, Charlie.
Watch 98. Watch 98. 98's Mike. Hey, pick your game up.
Look, squeeze. Look at me. Zipper.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete to open things up.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it.
Yep.
To throw again. Herbert. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Okay, ready? Blue draw quarters.
Watch the screen.
Ready?
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's 2nd and 8. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Now, he's the guy, Mike Williams, that the Chargers took 7th overall a couple of years ago. Battled injuries as a rookie, but in full health last year, he caught 43 passes with a knack of really finding the end zone. 10 of those 43 catches went for touchdowns. Running on first down, Eckler. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now Eckler. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Give them a loss of 6 yards, and it brings up 3rd down. And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Watch out. Check, Mike.
Now. Fight.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Slam. Right there.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
Good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
61, matchbox, light, snap.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 yards on the run there. That still leaves him with a difficult 3rd and 8 coming up.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 18 Gator.
Here we go. Here we go. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Kill, kill, kill.
Hey, 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 hey.
From the gun, Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Thought they were going to force a fourth down. Instead, P.I. gives them the first.
Ready up.
And that's frustrating because you think you've taken them really deep into the count, haven't you? Instead, you've got to start all over. That can really, really be demoralizing.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Second and 11. Buying time to his left. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen, he was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill, and defenders weren't quite as adept at that. In the NFL, they work on that as well. They realize once he's out of the pocket, you can knock a receiver down. You can take him out of the play that way. You can make sure you hunt him up and make sure that you have him covered downfield. They do a much better job of it. He's got to learn that the speed has changed on this level.
And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15. The tackle goes there to Linval Joseph.
We got 3. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now they try the right side here. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. The drive stays alive, a third down gain of 8. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line. It's the tight end. It's your wide receivers. Everyone now sharing in the load and sharing in the belief that they do their job, they'll see another performance just like they saw the week before.
Check 52. Check 37. Check. Jim. Check nickel.
Here's the rookie from Florida Atlantic, Kareth White. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Rush in. Check. Kill.
Now a handoff looking right. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Let's go.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Going on the ground, it's White. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Take both of them.
Now they try the right side here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he gets it down to the 32. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
First down, here's White. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. It didn't happen on that play.
Now a handoff looking right. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10.
Check, Mike 42. Exit.
They'll run on first down. It's White, and he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the twist.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. Now a handoff looking right. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
On first down, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Go.
2nd and 4. And that is incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Back to throw. Herbert. And that will be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
The Chargers were best in the NFL, 7 of 8 on 4th down last year, and they're going here.
Hey, echo.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Here we go. Hit it.
They'll try and throw for it here. He's got his man. It's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Joker.
On 3rd down, Herbert steps away to his left. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And we're under a minute to go here in what's been an even first half, all tied up.
Yeah, still time to make something happen, too. A couple completions, just string them together. Could get in the field goal range. Let's see what happens.
Terrific running there to start the drive as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Now they try the right side here. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
You can't stop me.
So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach? Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
We know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A big play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is now 10-3. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Throwing again. Herbert. Flush to his right. On the run. He's got a man. Complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
218, jump.
Here is Eckler. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. On 4th down, Herbert. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a first down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
Take both of them. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
Check 31.
Now they try the right side here. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Take 2 of them.
And he'll give it here to his running back across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On the return, it's King. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Go.
Yep.
Go.
Fight.
Looking to throw. Herbert.
Kill.
Well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. Able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 4th down.
Here's Ty Long now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. Back now at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. White again. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Stay in situation. Let's go. Stick down. Check.
Solid, 5 down.
Check 15. So,
Now a handoff looking right. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw here, Roethlisberger. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to be intercepted. It's the all-pro safety, Derwin James. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, Herbert flushed out right. Pass incomplete. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down. How about the defensive effort from both of these teams that we've seen in this game?
Would you say it's like a high-stakes chess match right now?
Chess is one way to go. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, the only reason I say that, you feel like they're contemplating their moves before actually making one, and none of them being done very confidently.
Truth be told, I've never played chess, and I know that I'm not smart enough to play chess. Guys like you with your IQ, you can pull that off. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Hey, me and you all day, I'm coming after you.
Go.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Allen's got it. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week as he's got a 1st down as well. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Yeah, get it.
From the gun, Herbert. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
Go. Ready.
Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger 1st.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. Throwing on 1st down. Herbert escaping the pressure right. Incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Herbert. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. He'll look to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
So the illegal forward pass also cost him a down, and now it's 2nd and long. Back to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Watch the safety creep.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready.
Check. Watch the move. Watch the pass. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Likely the play of the game here. Trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. His pass caught at the 4. And he will be brought down well shy of the goal line. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. Now they try the right side here. Well, I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This is taken at the 18.
We got this.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this is not...
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike. Touchdown, defense. Check. Fresno.
Yep. Check, go.
He's back to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Charlie.
Mike 5-4. Check. Hey, watch that.
Get it.
Back to throw. Herbert. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Looking to throw. Herbert. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. And some space here. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Chargers take over first down 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline, because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made